Gamers, I will probably be streaming tomorrow. Come check me out. It'll be on YouTube. Thank you. Bye bye, gamers. Yeah, welcome. Enjoy the video. Bye bye bye. Gamers, how's it going? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Hi. Now, yesterday I talked about Silverwolf, and we saw that she is very, 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 very good. So, how about the 4 stars on the banner? Today we're going to be looking at each 4-star. We're going to be looking at their Eidolons, and we're going to be seeing how worth they are to get constellations for if you say, let's say you don't want Silverwolf, and you might just be wanting some of the 4 stars here, or some of the constellations for them. Is that even worth? Is that worth pulling for? Now, how about we go over here and we find out. So let's start how they start with Don Hung, the Hung lad himself. Now, sometimes I'm going to be jumping back to his skills to read off because some of these Eidolons affect the skills. They'll be like, oh, gives you 1 less turn for this, da 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 da. And we gotta know what da 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 means, right? So, for his first Eidolon, when the target enemy's current HP percent is greater than equal to 50%, crit rate increased by 12%. That's just really nice. That's just a really nice one. It's good. I wouldn't say it's insane or anything, but it's just very, very nice. So we go to the next one. This gets a little better. Reduces talent cooldown by 1 turn. So, like I was saying before, what is his talent? Let's get a refresher on his talent. Don Hung is the target of an ally's ability. His next attack's wind resistance pin increases by 19%, and this effect can be triggered again after 2 turns. God, I cannot talk. So it just lets you be able to trigger his pin increase. So that's also just a nice one. Now, when we get to number 4, that's when stuff gets insane. Okay, fair warning, insaneness. When Don Hung uses his ultimate to defeat an enemy, he will immediately take action again. Now, if you remember, we had a character similar to this, you know, a couple patches ago. You might have heard of her. Yeah, she's just an indie character by the name of Sealy, you know, very low key, not very good, but kind of niche. Yeah, so this basically turns him into a miniature Sealy. So the one thing that sets these 2 characters apart whenever he gets this is that Sealy gets a damage bonus once she defeats an enemy, but he can do the same thing just without the damage bonus. He can defeat an enemy and then go directly right over again. He can just have his turn again and always have his turn. Just keep having his turn. And also this relies on his ultimate. It doesn't rely on, you know, his skill or anything. Now, I skipped 3 because there's a skill and basic attack increase. Same thing with this, ultimate and talent increase. Those are nice. And then finally, the slow state triggered by skill reduces the enemy speed by an extra 8%. Now that is like, who cares? Am I right, gamers? So if anything, stop at 4. If you want to, try getting 5 just for the levels, the free levels that you get here. But overall, the 4 is fat AF. And let's give these things ratings. Let's give these characters with Eidolons ratings. So if altogether going for Don Hung's Eidolons, I'd give him a solid, I give him an A. I give him a good old A because all of these increases his ability, you know, it makes him better. Now, if we go to Su Shang real quick, Su Shang is like, oh, here, I'm tankier, like, who cares? Now, Su Shang is more like a C level, but the one kind of B or C level, but she's not on the banner, so we're not going to worry about that. Let's talk about Asta now. So Asta, the speed god herself. Let's see, the first one, when using skill, deals damage to 1 extra time to a random enemy. So the way that she works is when you use her skill, it bounces randomly. If y'all haven't played her before, it bounces randomly amongst all the enemies, and now it can just bounce 1 more time. After using her ultimate, Asta's charging skill will not be reduced in the next turn, or charging stack. So she also, let's go over here real quick. She also has this talent where each character that she hits, she gets a attack increase for the entire party, which can stack up to 5 times. Now, after her second turn, the stacks are reduced by 3, but with the passive right here, with the second Eidolon, it will make it to where she doesn't reduce the stacks so you can hold them longer, which is pretty nice. Not gonna lie, pretty nice. Now, if we go over to number 4, which apparently all these characters just get extremely good when you get to number 4. Asta's energy regeneration rate increases by 15% when she has 2 or more charge stacks. And because of number 2, her second Eidolon, and because of the first Eidolon, which makes it easier for her to get more charge stacks, this lets her keep her charge stacks for longer. This gives her a 15% energy regen rate when she has 2 or more stacks. This is very good. This just lets her spam her ultimate, and if you don't know, her ultimate makes everyone's speed increase and lets them be able to take turns. So having her ultimate up more means that you're gonna have a higher DPS potential. And then finally, charge stacks lost and each turn is reduced by 1, which makes it to where instead of losing 3, you lose 2, which this is just overkill. Honestly, you can probably just be fine with just the 2. If you're only trying to be able to have your charge stacks for as long as possible, you can just stop at 2. But for the best bang for your buck, you can get the damage increase or the ultimate increase right here, which passively increases your DPS. That would be humongous. Now, again, I gotta give her an A when it comes to the Eidolons. They enhance her already good playstyle, and each of them makes her slightly better. It's not like a useless Eidolon anywhere within this bunch. And finally, let's go over to Serval herself, the singular AoE lightning character. So for her first move, we're already starting off very strong. So basic attack deals lightning damage equal to 60% of the basic attack's damage to a random enemy adjacent to the target of the basic attack. So this basically turns her basic attack into an AoE ability. And it is very nice because that AoE proc by this can also break shields. So let's say you have 2 enemies, you have one that is half shield broken and you have another that isn't shield broken at all, or is also half shield broken next to him. So you have 2 enemies that are both half shield broken. You can hit one, it won't show up because it's random. So it's not going to show you what enemy it's going to hit, but just trust in the heart of the cards and it will hit both of them and shield break both of them, which is very nice. You don't have to use a skill point at all. And it is just a very nice thing to have at the very start too. Every time Serval's talent is triggered to deal additional damage, she regenerates 4 energy. So this just lets her keep her ultimate up longer, lets her be able to spam it. And once we get down here to the other 2, you're going to see why that is so good. So ultimate has a 100% base chance to apply shock to an enemy not currently shocked. This shock has the same effect as the one applied by skill. So she is just a dot character. So she enhances dot builds a lot. And as we're getting down these Eidolons, which are progressively getting better, might I add, it enhances that playstyle like tenfold, because here we're not going for a chance anymore. It's not like, oh, we have a chance to apply shock. This is guaranteed shock, 100% base chance. As long as they don't have like any elemental resistance, they're going to get shocked, and that's just going to improve, let's say, your Sanpo combo with her, since Sanpo enhances dot damage. And then we're getting, you know, character down the line that is going to be enhancing dot damage as well, which, you know, you might want this character with. And finally, the last one. Serval deals 30% more damage to shocked enemies. So if anything, I'd say Serval is like an S. She just gets so much better, and each of these just gets better. Like the last one, it's just nice. 30% damage, that's not nothing to scoff at, okay? I know she's more of a shield break character, but that is still a very nice thing to have. So she is just doing more and more and more. The first one by itself enhances her utility for free, because it you don't have to use a skill point, and you can be able to break 2 character shields. That is so nice. This one makes it to where the 4th one does way better. So this one is probably the weakest one out of all of them, followed by 6 being the second weakest one, but 2 is probably the weakest, then 4 is insanely strong, and then 6 just is nice. 6 is the nice one. So if you're going for Eidolons for any of these characters, they're all very good. I'd say you could get any of these, I'd be happy with. Honestly, you get Don Hung, you get a mini Sealy, you get Asta, you get just a constant damage percent up and ultimate spam with her. She is very good for that. She just becomes like a twice as good support. Serval, you get shield break and dot spam. It is very nice. So all of these characters are great. All of them are also free to play characters. So you've already gotten all these characters. You are guaranteed, if you start wishing on the banner, you are basically guaranteed not to just get like a normal copy of them. You're getting Eidolons for them, which is very nice as well. Anyway, I just wanted to look at that. Shut up, Serval. I just wanted to look at that, see if you're trying to go for those Eidolons, if it even is worth those Eidolons, maybe, because they could have put Silverwolf on a banner with characters whose Eidolons are terrible, or just terrible characters in general, but they didn't. They put them on some great characters that are really nice, especially when the Eidolon, the 4th Eidolon of all of them come together. So thank you guys for watching. I might be streaming tomorrow, probably will. I'll probably be streaming on this channel, so it'll just pop up in your feed. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, Johnny.
Together